In my last video, I talked about how Claude 4 is an over-engineering nightmare. And in this video, I want to talk about how Claude 4 is simply not good enough. It's not even as good as 3.5, even for doing something very simple. So let me show you an example. So I have this site, which by the way is a new app I'm working on, and you all should visit it in case you're interested in using archive. So in this site, I have um, added a page, which you can see over here, your data, right? And this page is basically supposed to display the user's information, whatever information has been set in the app. So let's take a look at what Claude 4 was able to do. Now, the page had already been created earlier, and it looked like this. It showed the profile information, bookmarks, cache data, and preferences. Now, one of the features of this app is that you can specify your author name, and then the app downloads or the list of papers that you might have written from archive, and they are displayed on this profile page under your publications. And obviously this is part of the user's data, so this should also be displayed on the your data page. But it was not displaying. So this was the first draft of the page as it was made by Claude 4. So I go to Claude 4 and I say I want to continue working on this task T30. At present, the user data page looks as shown. Please take a look. So it starts examining the data. Looks at this. It says the task is marked as completed in the task registry. And the only reason the task is marked as completed is because Claude 4 likes to mark everything as completed, even if it's not. So then I ask it to display the papers which are retrieved and saved in the user cache table under the paper data key. So now I'm working with Supabase as my database backend. This is the user cache table. This has a paper data key, and in the paper data key, there is the list of papers which are retrieved from archive, the list of the user's papers. So one would think that this is a very simple task, but let's see. So Claude 4 starts to read files, read some more files, read some more files, read a few more files, and then it says perfect. It's perfect. Now I understand the data structure, right? Okay, great. So it says, would you like to proceed with updating the user data page? I say the display need not be too detailed. It can follow the same template as the paper list on the bookmarks tab on the user data page. So now, just to remind you, there's already a bookmarks section on the page, which is actually displaying. So this is one of the papers which I have bookmarked, and this should be visible under my bookmark. So you can see that this is the bookmark, a loop quantum gravity inspired action. Okay, well, slightly different, but the point is the same. So it starts working on this. I understand, blah, blah, blah. Let me look at this. It edits some files. And for this, I just want to give a shout out to the maker of the Desktop Commander uh, MCP server, who has done an incredible job. Because of him, my productivity has increased 5 times, if not more. So it says that, okay, great, look, I made this. It shows all, it does everything. It has all these bells and whistles. So I'm thinking that, okay, well, it must have done it. It's a simple job, right? So I go to the web page, I open the web page, and I look at the display. And the display looks, earlier it was earlier it was like this. It was just showing some um, data about the cache, but no details. And now it's showing a few other details, but it's only showing a few of the papers. And sorry, no, it's actually not showing any paper. So this is what the display looks like after Claude 4 is done. There's no paper display, nothing. So then I take a screenshot and I ask Claude for, I say, is this what the display is supposed to look like? It's like, no, that's not right. Really? Okay, let me check what the actual structure of the cache data looks like. Could you help me debug this by checking what's actually stored in the database? And this is what really annoys me, because Claude has access to my full code base. Why the fuck does it want me to do the checking when it has access to everything? And instead of looking at the actual code which it just generated, it starts adding some debugging. Now, there's no need to add any debugging, because everything is in the code base. Everything is in the code base, the paper data, everything. So I'm like, dude, just fucking stop, right? You're right. So when you catch Claude 4 doing something it shouldn't, it says sorry, sorry, right? Did I tell you to debug? No, I didn't tell you. You didn't tell me to debug, right? Okay, so I figured, let me give Claude 4 another chance. So I say check the code you added first. So it checks the code. I see the problem, but the problem that it sees is not the problem that I identified. It had added some console debugging statements and it removed those. It didn't fix the actual problem. It didn't fix the actual problem. So I ask it, are you telling me that you don't know the format in which the data is stored in the table and that you cannot display the list of papers or the user data page properly? And this is the amazing thing. It says, you're absolutely right. This is its favorite phrase. I don't know the actual format. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What kind of AI is this? Right? So I'm like, you have access to every aspect of the code. You want me to believe you can't find out what the paper data field contains? And then it again says you are absolutely right. Something which I think anybody who's using Claude 4 is getting sick of hearing. Then it does some more editing. Let's see what, after doing this editing, this is the display. Now, in my profile, there are 25 papers. So if you look in the profile over here, there are 25 papers associated with my name. What is it doing? It's showing only three of these. That's it, right? Or maybe it forgot to make this panel scrollable. Maybe that's the case. So I revert all the changes that Claude made and I go to Windsurf to try and fix the problem with Claude 3.5. So I gave Claude 3.5 the exact same prompt that I gave Claude 4. I want to continue working on this task. This is what the data page looks like. Please take a look, no changes. It looks at the page, um, right? And then it asks me what I need to do. I tell it what I need to do. It does not display the papers which are retrieved, etc. It starts looking for files related to this user data page and cache handling, finds the relevant code, looks at the database cache implementation. Right? It's not asking me for any information. It has all the information. It proposes an edit. I apply this edit. Okay. And let's take a look at the final result. This is the final result. You can see this is the cache data. This is the profile information, your data page. This is cache data. And you can see that there is a nice scrollable display with all the papers listed as expected. So whoever is the person in Anthropic who is in charge of approving the release of Claude 3.7 and Claude 4, honestly, I think that that person should be fired because uh, Anthropic's reputation, I think, is built upon the awesome performance of 3.5. And 3.7 and 4 might be better in some aspects, but they are really not worth the amount of mental distress that they cause. So all I'm going to say is that somebody at Anthropic needs to get things in control and bring back 3.5 to the desktop, Claude desktop, and whatever development track was followed for 3.7 and 4, that should be scrutinized and it should be uh, changed completely. And if you have had similar issues with Claude 4, then please leave a comment. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with everybody that you think might be interested.